You all good?
Good, good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good too. Was yesterday got some chance to do, go through session notes or something like that.
Yesterday on yesterday evening also I have getting calls, so I have to be
Mm-hmm.
preparing for that interview. So SAP product owner role something.
SAP product owner. Okay, but is it like for specific module or
Sorry.
like product owner will be there like for different modules also like for integration
Hmm.
bit or ABAP
For that, they
specific.
didn't give me any job description and all. Let's
Mhm.
see how it will be. Actually, it was cancelled, yes, and moved to tomorrow afternoon, like 12 o'clock.
Okay, okay, fine.
Yeah.
So, okay, just go through the session notes whenever it is possible for you. While today is seventh session, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
sixth session it is. Seventh class, okay. So I think I shared session six notes yesterday. It covered both SOAP and OData, right?
Yes.
Okay, today I think we just did get call yesterday. We have to do post, put, patch, and delete also, right? So yeah, I will be sharing my screen. Just a minute. Just logging into trial account. When once my screen is visible.
Yes.
Yeah. So we will be dealing with this today. Audit adapter, how to post, put, patch, delete, and then we will be using batch processing also. Okay, so quick recap. OData is open data protocol. It has like both, like I mean, we can use HTTPS adapter also to access this, and OData adapter also. Like metadata has something called as we can save metadata file in EDMX file, but it has like all the info on entity type, name, and occurrence and something like that. And in real time we'll be using SuccessFactor web service or Ariba services uses for data APIs and also they will be using entity is nothing but a different type of products which are available in that API, and
Yeah.
each product has different characteristics. For example, customer is like customer ID, customer name, product is product ID, product name, like different, like all related to the business only, but it has like different entities, right? How in
Yeah.
business we will be having, how in SAP as a product we'll be having multiple teams. So similarly, an API contains multiple entities, and each entity has its own characteristics or something like that. And mm, what else we can cover? I think today we can just close it up early. Real use cases are like employees from SuccessFactors, replicate employee data from SuccessFactors to run our sales order extraction. Sales order comes under SD, and employee replication comes under HR module. Just since you wanted the functional touch also, HR and FICO are like most required resources outside. HR consultants, what they will be doing, they will be setting up the batch jobs already and in verifying the employee record of once the data is replicated, and whether it is a delta replication or full mass replication. Delta replication is like kind of daily or partial kind of replication, whereas full mass replication is like kind of whole replication, something like that. Okay, like whole employee replication. And even Concur is comes under finance. Like if you join some new company and you are in some Hyderabad location, but you are coming for Bangalore location, company will be giving you, like they will tell like the way you can book flight, and later the expenses, flight bill and all, they will what do you call reimburse and all. But how does those details and all, expense details and all will be covered, or if they're giving on-site opportunity and all, so they will ask you to book the flight ticket via Concur portal.
Yeah.
Concur portal will have those detail, your employee details, and it manages the expense details and all. And later you will be, getting the expenses accordingly. So this, like, whatever flight expenses, like your profile flight expenses is there in Concur, that has to be replicated to SAP backend as for HANA. So there also we will be using, like, if you cancel some travel request, so, or if you update, like, the flight timings and all, so post delete patch and all. So here, like, delete cancel travel request record where delete if you are deleting something. Then sales order extractions, and they like, what is why we use put patch and all. Put is like, it replaces all entity, like it kind of does two operation, post plus update. Like if the entry is not there, it will go create it. If it is already there, it will go update it. Patch is not like that, it just updates specific question. And then when to use batch processing, if you want to do multiple operations at a time, then we'll be using uh, you know when multiple requests be grouped plus per, like, there are huge data, and all that time we will be using that. And why do some APIs still expect atom instead of, like, in adapter we saw yesterday, content type was atom and JSON. Atom is nothing but XML or else JSON. So some APIs has limitations, like, if you send in, like, if you keep content type as atom, then only some operations will work. Say for example, simple terms, say some calculator web service, if you take only, addition service will only work if the content type comes in. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Where is this? Sorry, I just got a call. So where I was, yeah. So some API has limitations whether it has to be in XML or JSON. So that also, and OData we to implement like underlying logic. The OData specification, I gave you one link yesterday, right? Where like how the Northwind OData we can filter and what are the limitations. There you can
Yeah.
check. So for each specific API, we'll be having documentation in ipa.sap.com. So when we are consuming that API, or like usually the architect won't be architect will be telling a high level solution, but we as a developer has to go through this documentation, analyze, and see which data type will be better suited for our requirement and all. And then merge and patch both are equal, but earlier they were kept merged. They haven't removed it exactly, like it's kind of duplicate version. You can use one operation. We have like post, put, patch, delete, right? So patch or merge comes under one stuff. There is something called as CDATA. CDATA is, I think yesterday we were, where is that CPI? OData.
Mm.
Okay, yesterday we didn't explain it, right? OData processing. Okay, so in batch
Yeah.
processing, there is something called as, like, we use CDATA.
Mm.
Why we are using CDATA? Like, we can normally use the this expression also, but we are putting the query under CDATA because here we are putting rating equal to 3, and we're like putting some values, filtering in the query itself. So when we pass it directly, it gives error. CPA expects everything to be URL encoded, but uh, so since this CDATA helps in encoding, it's kind of works as a, no, either we can put one property and ask sender team to send it in body, and then we will use that query. That also we can do, or we can use the CDATA which helps in encoding, or it creates a query in such a way that CPA understands it. So
Okay.
it escapes the special characteristics safely. So that special characteristics, how CPA expects is like it expects like percentage 20 equal percentage 20, something like that.
Okay.
Mm, mm, I think I have did some. No. So that since it just escapes the special character, so it's like we have two options, but
Mhm.
usually Sender team won't take that much, efforts and all. So they will be asking us only. So we'll be asking them to put it in some body or something like that, and then they will be sending to CPA. CPA just calls the target API using that property.query, something like that. Okay, so now if we go to our trial account, OData, just recapping that it creates a query by itself. We just need to select local EDMX file and
Yeah.
do that, select that query like whatever you want as a requirement. But in real time, what happens? The success factor and all will be having too many feeds, so the query will be so big. Uh, like so for some, there will be standard pre-packaged content we'll be inputting. For that case, it's fine. Like if we are developing a custom flow and all, it is better to avoid re-querying it, putting it in a dynamic query, or while developing only, we should be very, careful with requirement and ask HR team like, is it the query right? Won't it get changed later? And those factors you need to consider as a developer. Okay,
Yeah.
so same thing. I'll just click on edit. We just use an HTTPS adapter given some this iflow name, host, OData, post, patch, delete, and all. And then we use request reply connected to OData API. And here we use something, some ID is there. Okay, if you see some kind of new Northwind OData API, not Northwind, that's just like different OData service. But why is this? Okay, if you see this way, it just yesterday when we told it has like multiple entities. So I just want for the trial version, we'll just have product category suppliers three only. You want metadata, you should always use the dollar metadata
Yeah.
enter. So we'll be having this, and you can either save this. You can click on view page source and save this as .edmx, or you can use Postman for that.
Mm.
Did we created post patch के लिए we have use this, we can use this postman collection also, so that you can just call it from postman, and once you get the response you just need to click on save response file, and .edmx will be
Mm.
there's something called a save response file, you can just save it to that. And this is the URL. I just externalize this as Northwind ID. So, say for example, they will be it will be like this one. Some external, like some special characters or some random characters will be there in API just to for security purposes. And for in dev it will be different, in QA it will be different, and in
Yeah.
production it will be different. So making it externalized will help us to configure in the other environments. So that we have to give the address here, same other stuff and all is same, proxy type authentication here is protected, and we kept it as default. So now we will go to post operation first versus post operation. So if you click on select, you can select So like here we have like multiple options available. So I will keep it as zero only as of now. I don't want much fields. If you just click on generate XML schema definition, you will get like all will get auto selected. And if you click on finish, the query will get. And if you see here,
Mm-hmm.
there is no what do you call top filter skip and all. Why? Because we are doing a post call. We are sending something. We are not fetching something. When we will use
Okay.
query and all, when we are doing a
They're
get call.
fetching the data.
Yeah. So when we are doing get call and all, that options will be enabled. When you are doing post calls, CPA, this adapter itself understands that okay, you are posting, he doesn't need to query anything, he just needs to post something. So the
Uh,
fields he will be giving. And content type I have kept as JSON here as it has some limitations with the it atom and
mm,
rest and all I kept default. So how did you get the so now next procedure is to send something to this API and see if it gets posted. So how what to send? How do we know like what has to be sent? So that's why we will be using message mapping.
mhm.
So I just delete this line, keep it here, connect to this, click on save. I think message mapping is already different. I'll just show you how. I think we just need to select that. What do you call EDMX file
Mhm.
here. You see this? We selected that XSD file will be generated, right?
Mm,
References. So that will be here. If you click on here, there will be two options. So we have to select this product entities post .xsd. That will be your
I
the same field names which were selected over there, ID, name, description, and all. So we just need to assign some constant here. Like since it is already there, it won't be showing that, but I can just delete one and show that to you. It will be showing that assign constant. I think you might have seen yesterday. It's still.
mm, drive this.
Uh, if we go, yeah, right, assign constant. Okay, something like this. We do now deploy is okay. We deployed. Now it is deployed. You click on cancel. Now go here. We have one CPA. Uh, this thing I will remove. Is it stored somewhere? I'll just remove this. I'm not sending anything for the first time. I need a payload, right? I want like what and all I need to send. So I'll be just calling that CPA URL, HTTP endpoint URL. We call it this as an
Mhm.
endpoint URL or runtime URL. Why runtime URL or endpoint URL? Like once we deploy only, it will be available in the runtime. So that is called as like after deploy only that will show us in the manage integration content the URL and that's why we call it as a endpoint URL or runtime URL along with the CPA credentials we'll be providing it to the sender team. You might see this endpoint URL. Click on
Okay.
this. Yeah, it says copy entry point URL or entry point URL also they will call. Entry point URL is like we will give it to sender and for sender for CPA it is an entry point. Okay. And if you click on send, so now we are getting in uh, raw, right? If you want
Mm,
always, if you want the response to become in XML or JSON, you can always add one content modifier
mhm.
and add the content type over there. I'll just go to header, add content type. Why we are putting in uh, header? Because we want receiver to know to always give the response in so for XML we'll be using application atom always, application slash atom. Deployed. Yeah, it is. Now I will again keep it in raw. We'll see. Started. Is it because of not getting connected? Permanent exception is the OData survey because it seems to be incorrect. We are sending empty payload, right? Okay, we need to send something if we are. Fine. We'll do one thing. We have to place it here. Modifier, enter, add content type, application J. So now it will be headers. I'll just copy that headers as content type definitely. Should be in small. Let's see. Something is wrong with this product. The data method contained in the service is outdated or the request period seems to be incorrect. Okay, because the ID is same. Okay, 70. Data metadata.
iPhone 18.
No. Says this period seems to be incorrect. Let me just switch the version back and see. What? Just use the message mapping again. Let's see the code of the payload. Then we can go save, deploy, cancel. Okay, this should be the XML. I think it's a similar which we pasted XML version. If you copy XML version, including products, product ID, name, description, release date, discontinued date, rating, price, products, product. Okay, and we just filled this. I think I said only I showed this 2 3 times. We change the ID. Right? Maybe we need to change the values and see. Sometimes it won't allow duplicate entries to be formed. Let's get some other product and try. That's how we will get the XML. We just need to use message piping for that. I will give some random number 600 and say I will give 1 plus mm, description is anything is fine, but still data will give today's 24 constant rating for I will make it as 15,000 and then send.
Discontinued.
The request panel seems to be incorrect. Parsing exception for XML node. Switch and trace and see. Okay, multi-message messaging. The automated content available service is outdated or the request period seems to be incorrect. Discontinued date. Okay, that was the issue. How did I get to know? The error only it says, as the OData metadata content available in the service is outdated, the payload seems to be incorrect. So that OData API, they will be making some changes now and then. So exception for XML node discontinued date. It is outdated. We can't use this field anymore. So request, we just removed that field from the request payload. And usually in real time, they will be, sender team will be telling that we are going to remove this field, and then we in our CPA flow also we will remove that field and make the changes. Since it's generic coded API, I didn't get notified about this. Since they did some modification. Now if you go see the trace, see it, log content, message content. So there are four what do you call steps in this. First, it is doing a get call. Initially, it won't directly post. It will check for the duplicates whether that entry is already there or not. So first, it will do a get, then gives 200 OK. Then it will be going for post. You can see here post HTTP products HTTP 1.1, and then if you see content type is application JSON because we have choose the I think remove it right from the adapter level it is taking and it should be small always. Okay, I should give this header. Maybe it was a caps error or something. We'll try in underflow and it gives 201 created. the same response which we got in Postman. Immutable message processing. In the error one also, since it's a, this error is informative. Sometimes it is not, it won't be informative. It will be like just like one line error or something, some exception it will show. At that time, it will be hard to understand like what is the error. So we can always come here in the log content and see like where exactly it's failing. It's failing here while we are connecting to OData API. Say OData. So till that point it is correct. We can always come to log content. You just need to select this method and click on log content and see like what is the payload which we are sending and whether which field is getting rejected. In the header we will be having a response code or something like that. So in the get call itself, it is getting rejected. Why? Because it is not able to find. Even though it has the discontinued field in the what do you call here in the XST, still gives error because it's not valid from the OData IP. The response came from OData IP that this field is not valid. Okay, you're getting it right? Hello.
Oh, I was talking on mute, buddy.
Yeah, no worries.
Yes, yes. Mm.
Yeah. So that's the post call. So similarly, if we go to processing, we can click on patch, and then again select something. Step 2. Okay. So here see you can't see any. This field is
Mm.
disabled because it just gives one like limited number of uh, what do you
Fields
call
again.
fields to update. Since it's just an update, and we won't have
Okay.
anything for update also much also. So then just click on save. It will be the same payload. If you go see this also got added
Patch.
product entity patch also. So what we have to do? I will do one thing. I will just update cost to 20,000 and date and rating as 3 and date as 25. 1 plus 13 and then send. 405 method not allowed. Method not allowed.
This is the discontinued date, right?
Yeah, remove that.
Mm.
Let's see interface. Content method not allowed. Say the request URL get. It's fine. Then content type application. Then it is time to do patch. ID equal to 600. Method not allowed.
Bro, I'm getting a call. Huh?
Sorry.
Just a minute, I'm getting a call.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. Hello.
Mm,
Yeah.
Which method will be selected? Definition processing batch products ID JSON. We'll try the other alternative, merge, and see if that works. Or is it not? Do it. Started. Not only 938. With merge the message mapping window will change. Let me check what payload we need to send and then again we need to can post it. So if you are getting late, maybe I'll just explain the batch query part. It's
Yeah.
the same way as the post. Okay, we just need to find the what do you call payload what we need to pass and just switching the patch merge and all. But we can make it a dynamic also, just putting in one
Mhm.
query and I'm not sure like since it's a trial account and generic KPI, they will be making constant changes, and this is actually the trial account.
Yeah.
It can't help much. Okay, here in batch processing, what is the only changes like will be enabling this batch processing,
Okay.
and even in
Mm.
even in here also there is something called
Yeah.
as batch processing. So we just need to select this. Okay,
Mm.
then if you select it from this, so we can go one by one. This is one query. Okay,
Mm.
you send this. So it says do not to accepted. So that means it is the batch is created. Like we're not sending anything, but it says category things and all food, beverages, electronics and all got fetched. Okay, now if I just add the other two, sorry, don't want that. Batch query part. Send it again. You can see what is the query we're asking for the product ID. This is ID. Product ID 5 and expand category also. If you see the second product, where is the response? This
Yeah, it's over.
is
Yeah.
first one, batch query parameter response.
Um,
And then for the second one, description is this pack of 12
mm,
ID, and then the category will be also able to see. And coming in the other ID, this category. Okay, I think it is not in the correct order. You can see the category details came in the first batch query. Like it's not a sequential processing; it's a parallel processing. So the category came here, and then product ID 5, and then third one is that CDATA query, which we use the filter rating equal to 3 and top equal to 5. That one. The rating equal to 3 and the top 5 records. If you see 1 record, 2 record, 3 record, 4 record, 5 record.
mm,
So top 5 records, so the rating is 3 and is a query order by release
yeah.
date description. So it will be giving that query. And the other one is like product ID 5. We just want to expand the category details also.
Mm,
I think here it is here. I'm wondering. Category ID, name, beverages and all is also the category details and all. And the first one is category details. That is also there. So we can do multiple operations like multiple entity. If you want to do stuff like that, then we can always go with the batch processing. Okay.
yeah.
I will try to do again this put patch and see like what was the error
We,
because maybe it will be
bro,
late.
we will do this tomorrow. Maybe
Yeah.
day after tomorrow because
Yes. I
I
will.
need to connect with the tech team as well. Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Sure.
I know. I'm sorry.
No. No worries. No worries. Tomorrow
Mhm.
you'll be there, right? I mean, just
Tomorrow I have to book one more session for the interview. So let's see. I will text you talking with this tech guy.
yeah. Just let me
Mm.
know early because
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
at least if it's for half an hour or something, maybe we can plan and finish this. Splitter and stuff like that. We can
yeah.
finish CPA at least. Later we can concentrate on AMM or
Sure,
something.
sure.
Sure.
Correct. Yeah, bro. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Good night. Sorry. Good. Have a nice day.